my name is Marcio and I'm going to show you how web push notification works. Let's start with the Mozilla sample because the Mozilla sample is good for showing the actual user experience in a way. I'm gonna pick here the push simple sample, okay? And the push simple, there is the demo link there. You see, when I visited the demo link, there is this on the left hand side, there is this kind of annoying show notifications dialog. Service worker.rs wants to show notifications, allow or block. That's basically what the user knows. If you allow, eventually, so here's the tricky part about the demo, because it's kind of an altogether here for developers, of course. If you allow and then you click try to conquer Italy, this demonstration delays a little bit and sends notification to the server, and the server sends back. You see on the right hand side, I'm gonna do it again. It's sent after 5 seconds. Ping tells the server to send notification. See on the right hand side, the notification appears in my Mac. That's the example, but I find too confusing because this example is actually in the client code. There is code for doing a lot of things, talking with the server, registering, sending the subscription, and then eventually it delays, it sends the notification from the client. I find that confusing in terms of a working sample. That's why I created my own sample, and my sample is basically you have to do a lot of steps manual, in a manual form, but that's the idea here. You want to do manually, so you want to learn. So first, I'm going to execute this script that is called prepare keys. All right. So you see, basically this script makes a public key and a private key, and I'm going to show you what prepare keys is actually doing. It's using web push generate Vapid API keys. That's based on web push package npm package. Okay. All right. This is important for doing the other steps. See, there's nothing about servers at this point. This is basically a server-side operation, a kind of a backend operation. You need those keys in order to work, to talk with the browser eventually and ask the browser to make subscriptions and get the whole thing to work. All right. And now I'm gonna clear, and I'm gonna, oh wait, because I didn't do my job, right? Node prepare keys. It's actually asking me to save that key, that file, in this file here. All right, so think like a database. You're just saving in the backend. All right, it's saved now. Oops. Now I'm gonna run the server. Okay, so before I show you loading the page, I want to clear here. You see Chrome settings, content notifications. I want to remove everything that I can. There's also this other Chrome internal page, service worker internals. I'm going to register everything that I can there, because there is this concept of service worker now that I'm going to talk about. Basically, the service worker is kind of a parasites that gets attached to the browser, eventually in a good way. But you see, mail.google is running something in my computer. YouTube is running something in my computer. So we're gonna do something now. When the user loads that page, right? See, reload. The first thing that the user will see is this, the annoying little show notifications permission dialog. And then, but there's something else at this point. You see, on the server side, the server returned the public key to the client, and it's asking me, I wrote this, okay, to do a manual intervention. Stop this script right now. This is to show you that these are server-side operations that are kind of separated. At this point, okay, let's see the HTML that is being served. This is the part asking for the permission. At the same time, there is this JavaScript is being executed. The JavaScript attempts to register the service worker. The service worker is just this parasite, something that is eventually going to be active when the notification appears in the future, but that's something else for the future now. Basically, the other thing that does is when the service worker is ready, it's trying to just actually talking with the push manager service in the browser in order to get a subscription, okay? And as part of the process, it's actually talking with the servers to get the public key. And there was some conversion going on, etc. And then in order to complete this get subscription process, it's actually in the browser, the push manager subscribe method is called with that public key, okay? See, this happened even before I have allowed here, all right? Because the key was sent right away by that script that I already canceled. So now I'm going to execute serve key, all right? And serve, oh sorry, not serve key, of course, I already executed serve key. I'm going to execute serve register now. So when we allow, okay, this guy is going to continue here and register. See, this prior function created a subscription object using that public key. Now, a server-side register function it's going to have the opportunity to receive the subscription key, the subscription object that was generated in the client. All right. When I allow, you see, this server received this package here. That's a subscription object. You see, what's interesting is that the subscription object actually contains the endpoint URL, so your server can eventually talk with this endpoint URL and send a message to the browser. So, there's no buttons in the page anymore like the Mozilla sample. Basically, I can cancel this application and I'm going to show you something. See what it's saying? Client is ready to have passed the following. Save the following in the 35 config user data. I'm gonna save this in the server side, okay? I already have, clear. So that subscription object is saved in the server side, and I'm going to use another script, this 40, that is called eventually notify. Node eventually, let's clear. Node eventually notify. Days after, it doesn't matter when, because there's no expiration and subscription that we have created. This script is going to use that subscription object. Remember that the subscription object have also the endpoint. See, FCM, Google API, something with some keys and all the security that is necessary. I'm gonna close this annoying guy here. And then when I call this guy, pay attention to this page. Actually, it doesn't really matter the page anymore, right? Because there's nothing to do with the page. This is notification, a notification that appears in the browser brings to the desktop in this case. Should I close or not? I'm gonna close this page, okay? And then I'm gonna hit enter here. And in my script I have delayed a little bit just to show you. You see, hello world, hola mundo comes in here, right? So that's basically what happens in a step-by-step approach so you can understand. There is supposed to be a kind of a second part here, which is if the user clicks there, you call that page again. You can do those things, right? But that's kind of the second stage in there. The first part here is to show you that all the steps around saving, registering creating a subscription object in the browser, receiving that subscription object in the server, storing that subscription object, using later that subscription object to push a notification to the user. Okay, all right, thank you.